So I have a question for you.
Ask away.
Right?
Yeah.
So do you have a vision, one, and do you have a plan, two?
My vision changes every day.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I kind of go with the flow of things in that aspect. Like, it's hard for me. I actually got asked this question yesterday. It's hard for me because I don't really enjoy running in a team. Like, I don't like that part.
So you like being an independent agent?
I like worrying about myself, to be honest. That's why we have Emily. I don't like handling. I get very frustrated with dumb questions.
Got it.
Not dumb in the aspect of like that's not, but just like you've asked me that 3 times now, like or that's something you could Google, or we've spoken about this before, something like that, you know. And then 2, I struggle with like taking action. Like I'm very like even like this dumb sign. Like I finally just woke up the other day and I was like, why have we not done this podcast? This is stupid. We need to just do it. Let's just throw a cheap sign up there. Adrian's gonna say he's gonna make it prettier, but like it's just like let's do it. Same thing with that podcast. It was like I walked in one day and I wasn't happy with the stage, and I'm like, I ripped everything off the wall and I called my designer. I'm like, design me a room. Let's do it. And so. I also.
So you're quick at taking action.
Well, because I'd rather go the wrong direction faster and then turn direction and go somewhere else.
So fail
but you
faster.
don't even know if that's the wrong direction until you get there. It's like when you plan and 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 plan. Then by the time there's no like we deal with that right now. Right? Like we deal with that right now. We're like talking about like systems and all these things for our agents and how are we going to handle this and how are we that. And I keep saying, I'm like, we don't even have the agents to deal with that problem yet. So why are we worrying about the problem? Let's go get agents and then let's create that problem and then we'll fix it when the problem comes up. And we're very honest with the agents that come here. We tell them like, listen, if I was recruiting you, be like, hey, does your family like kind of a little messed up? Like, do you have that weird uncle that kind of always argues and, you know, you and your mom kind of beef a little bit and you're like, yeah, of course, every family has problems. Listen, we're a family.
Right.
Is everything going to be perfect here? No. But you know what? At the end of the day, we're always going to be trying to move together because we're family.
Right.
And we're always, I want you to know that I'm always here to try to fix every problem that comes up.
So you created a great culture in that aspect.
Well, in the aspect of I'm just honest.
Right.
Like, and same thing with coaching agents. Like when I coach agents on my mentor call in 14 minutes, I just tell them all. It doesn't matter what I tell you. If you don't put the work in, it doesn't matter. There is no perfect listing presentation or perfect marketing piece or perfect door hanger or perfect script or perfect Facebook ad or perfect Indeed ad or whatever. There's nothing perfect about it. It's just taking more and more and more shots. That's all it is.
You got to take action.
Exactly.
You got to implement.
Exactly.
Don't overanalyze.
Exactly.
Because it's going to lead to paralysis and you're not going to get anything done.
But you have to be in the scenario that forces you to do that, right? If you work in an office, and when you were asking me earlier, does it matter where you work? Yes. If you go to an office and you do nothing all day and everyone else is doing nothing all day, then you don't feel bad. I always say this statement. It's like if you don't want to drink alcohol, but then you go hang out with people that all drink alcohol, what are you going to do? You're going to drink alcohol. So if you want to be productive, all the stupid Instagram memes are right. If you want to be productive, you are who you hang out with.
Right.
So if you hang out in an office that no one does any deals and you're like, why am I not doing any deals? Well, what do you think? Because no one is doing. Same thing with picking my loan officer. If my loan officer does no deals and not as a high producer, why would I think I will be a high producer?
Right.
Like, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Like, if you work in an area and the average agent does 2 deals, then why are you shocked if you do 1?
Right.
It's just, it is what it is.
You're absolutely right. Because if I was an agent, right, if I was going to go from lending and become an agent, you know where I'm going to go? I'm going to go to a top producing office. Why? Because I want to surround myself with top producers that are doing the business. Why? So I can learn what they're doing, right?
But then you have to figure out, you got to then be the person that you have to go work for someone or around someone who's kind of like you. Like, I can't go work, say I was a new agent, I wouldn't go work for, like, and it was a mistake I made early in my career when I worked for Rob Murray, Gray Broker. He taught me a lot. Couldn't be more grateful that I went there. It was the best place for me to start. The problem was I would try to postcard neighborhoods like he did. Well, I haven't lived in that neighborhood for 50 years.
Right.
I lived it was a different neighborhood. His neighborhood was different. So I'd be like, man, I'm sending 8,000 postcards out a month, spending all this money. He does it, and he gets 2 listings. Why am I getting? I didn't get 1 freaking call.
Right. But he's been doing it for a while.
Well, he grew up in that neighborhood.
Right.
He
and
went to Poly.
Right.
Everyone already knew him in that neighborhood.
Right.
It was in Victoria Woods, so there was more turnover. Like
right.
It was like, I remember one day some guy, he's like, "Hey, is Rob Murray in today?" I'm like, "No, he's not here. Well, how can I help you?" And he's like, "Oh, I went to high school with him. I need him to sell my parents' house." Oh, okay. And so my problem was I was trying to mirror someone that wasn't on the same level. Same thing with someone like Brad Allwine. I love Brad. I think Brad is a cool agent. I think he's awesome. I respect the shit out of him. But I can't do what Brad does because Brad's been doing it for 25 years.
Right.
He has a different style than I do. His clientels are different than me. He has a brand. He has, anything over $1 million, they're probably thinking about selling with him. So I can't do what he does
at that time.
At this time. But if I was a brand new agent and I was going to go work for someone, I can't go work for someone that's been doing it 30 years. And if I'm 25 and they're 55, I can't copy them.
They're going to have a different way of doing things.